Imagine building an app with almost no revenue. Then imagine millions of people using it every day. And then one of the biggest technology companies in the world offers you $1 billion for it. That is exactly what happened to Kevin Systrom. But the incredible part of this story is that Instagram was not supposed to become Instagram. Before Instagram existed, there was an app called Bourbon was designed around location sharing and checking in, but it had too many features. Users could check and share plans, post photos, and do several other things. The problem was simple. Nobody knew exactly what Bourbon was supposed to be. Kevin Systrom and his co-founder Mike Krieger started looking closely at what users actually wanted, and they discovered something interesting. People were not using most of the features. They were using the photo feature. So instead of adding more features, they did something most entrepreneurs are afraid to do. They removed almost everything. They kept photos, comments, and likes. That decision changed their lives. The company was rebuilt around one simple idea: make sharing beautiful mobile photos incredibly easy, and that idea became Instagram. Instagram officially launched on October 6, 2010. The response was almost immediate. Around 25,000 people showed up on the first day, and the growth kept accelerating. Within 3 months, Instagram had reached 1 million users, then 2 million, then 10 million. The company was growing almost entirely through word of mouth. No massive advertising campaign was required. People simply loved using the product. And the timing was perfect. Smartphones were becoming more powerful. The iPhone camera was getting better, and people were becoming more comfortable sharing their lives online. Instagram understood something important. People did not necessarily want complicated technology. They wanted a simple way to make ordinary moments look beautiful and share them with other people. That simplicity became Instagram's advantage. But there was another major problem. Instagram had a very small team, and suddenly millions of people were using the app. The servers had to keep working, the product had to keep improving, and the founders had to deal with the enormous pressure that comes with explosive growth. Then something even bigger happened. Instagram finally came to Android, and the response was massive. More than 1 million people downloaded the Android version. Within its first day, Instagram was no longer just an interesting startup. It was becoming a global social network, and Facebook was watching. At the time, Facebook was already one of the most powerful social media companies in the world, but mobile photography was becoming increasingly important. And Instagram had something Facebook wanted: a rapidly growing community built around mobile photos. Then, on April 9th, 2012, the unbelievable happened. Facebook announced that it had reached an agreement to acquire Instagram for approximately $1 billion in cash. And Facebook shares Instagram was only about 2 years old, and the company had a tiny team compared with Facebook. Yet its product had become valuable enough for Facebook to pay roughly $1 billion. Kevin Systrom had turned a simple idea into one of the most famous startup exits in Silicon Valley history. But there is an important lesson here. Kevin did not win by building the biggest product. He won by making the product simple. He saw that users were attracted to photos. So he removed the distractions. He focused on one thing, and he made that one thing incredibly good. That is one of the most powerful lessons in business. Sometimes the secret is not adding more. Sometimes the secret is removing everything that does not matter. Instagram also teaches another lesson. Timing matters. The smartphone revolution was happening. Mobile cameras were improving. Social media was exploding, and people were becoming obsessed with sharing visual moments. Systrom found the intersection of all three. But there was still one more chapter. After the acquisition, Instagram continued operating as an independent brand, and Facebook said it intended to help the team grow the product while keeping Instagram's identity. The deal officially closed in August 2012. And what started as a small photo-sharing experiment had become a billion-dollar acquisition. Kevin Systrom's story is not really about selling an app. It is about recognizing what people actually want. It is about having the courage to destroy your first idea and build something simpler. And it is about understanding that sometimes one great idea is worth more than 100 average ones. The next time you open Instagram and scroll through photos, remember, it started with two founders, a complicated app that was almost abandoned, a decision to focus on one simple feature, and a belief that people wanted a better way to share photos. That simple decision eventually created a billion-dollar exit. And that is the story of Kevin Systrom, the founder who turned a simple photo-sharing idea into Instagram.